I'm Judge Andrew Napolitano, and the verdict is in on presidents ignoring the Constitution. Here's the question. Is the government we have today what the founders had in mind? Here are the facts. In a radio interview in 2001, then Illinois State Senator Barack Obama noted somewhat ruefully that the same Supreme Court that ordered political and educational equality in the 1960s and 70s did not bring about economic equality as well. Although Senator Obama said he could come up with arguments for the constitutionality of such action, the plain meaning of the Constitution quite obviously prohibits it. During the past month, Senator John McCain, who, like Senator Obama, voted in favor of the $700 billion bank bailout, has been advocating that $300 billion of it be spent to pay the monthly mortgage payments of those in danger of foreclosure. The federal government is legally powerless to do that as well. And no less a figure than Franklin Roosevelt once called the Constitution quaint and from the horse and buggy era. Either Senator Obama or Senator McCain will soon take the oath of office to uphold that old-fashioned document, the one from which all presidential powers come. Everyone in government takes an oath to uphold the Constitution, but few do so. Beginning with John Adams and proceeding to Abraham Lincoln, Woodrow Wilson, and George W. Bush, Congress has enacted and the president has signed laws that have criminalized political speech, suspended habeas corpus, compelled support for war, forbade the freedom of contract, allowed the government to spy on Americans without a search warrant, and used taxpayer dollars to shore up failing private banks. All of this legislation is so obviously in conflict with the plain words of the Constitution that one wonders how Congress gets away with it. The truth is that the Constitution grants Congress 17 specific delegated powers, and it commands in the 9th and 10th Amendments that the powers not articulated and thus not delegated by the Constitution to the Congress must be reserved to the states and to the people. What's more, Congress can only use its delegated powers to legislate for what we call the general welfare, meaning it cannot spend tax dollars on individuals or selected groups, but only for all of us. And Congress cannot deny the equal protection of the laws. Thus, it must treat similarly situated entities in a similar manner. It is clear that the framers wrote a constitution as a result of which contracts would be enforced, risk would be real, choices would be free and have consequences, and private property would be sacrosanct. The $700 billion bailout of large banks that Congress recently enacted runs afoul of virtually all these constitutional principles. Do the people we send to the federal government recognize any limits on Congress's power to legislate? Here's my opinion. They don't recognize limits on Congress's power to legislate. The air you breathe, the water you drink, the size of your toilet tank, the water pressure in your shower, the subjects your children study in school, the manner in which your physician treats you when you're ill, the speed you drive your car, what you can drink before you get in the car. All of these are regulated by the Congress. Congress has written over 4,000 criminal laws that take up over 1 million pages of text, and the law presumes that we understand all of it. Does the Congress recognize any limits on its ability to legislate whatever it wants? Yes, whatever it can get away with. If you want to hear more of my opinions on topics such as these, check out my new book, A Nation of Sheep, available in bookstores nationwide. You can also tune into my nationally syndicated radio show, Brian and the Judge, every weekday from 9 a.m. to noon. And don't forget, you can always catch me right here on the Fox News channel throughout the day, every day. I'm Judge Andrew Napolitano, and that's my verdict.